Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Eduardo,
Cassandra,
Jacqueline,
Sam,
and Caitlin. What? If I'm gonna make an entrance, I'm gonna make a damn entrance.
There you go. And this is Disasters in Danger. It is our D&D 5e high fantasy game that takes place in our very own world of Rotom. So we had a late, long adventure last night. And we had some technical problems, so you guys only got about half of it. So tonight we are going to be doing sort of a Fallout episode, maybe a little bit of a recap of the two separate adventures that have happened over the past 2 weeks. It is sort of a turning of the chapter page for us as a stream. Also, because it is as such, we are going to be, over the next week or so, producing some recap videos, just sort of talkback style, where we ask members of the cast or myself just sort of go over what happened in that adventure, just to help people kind of catch up and jump in with us. It is different casts every week and every night, so we go through a lot.
it can be a little jumbly and confusing, and I think this is a great idea.
Yeah,
to pull it all together.
Especially right now, because we're coming to the close of a big arc. We all just leveled up. We all just had some very important adventures. It's a lot of good stuff happening.
And the first stretch through was also a lot of character exploration, trying to find different places, figure out what to do, and now we are entering a legitimate sort of pre-war, pre-conflict with the Empire section.
How dare they?
So, I know.
Right.
I don't know what
They
they're
haven't
going
been here in
into.
350 years. Who do they think they are?
Those assholes.
So, a couple of things. Noble Dwarf Printing has their Kickstarter. It has been funded.
It got fully funded in 6 hours, guys.
That's right.
Nice.
They've got some stretch goals that they are working towards. We are also working to bring you guys some new partners, some very fun things. Some local artists, I believe Geek Sugar.
Sugar and Geek
Sugar
made
and
this.
Geek.
So today's everybody's birthday.
yeah.
When it gets cold, I will be putting on my Hogwarts robes. This is a butterbeer scented candle from Sugar and Geek. They're another local.
Smells so good.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like,
We have not invented smell-o-vision yet, so we can't
Nah.
share it with you.
but the fact that it's in a mug is very confusing to me. I'm like,
cute.
oh
It's
no,
very
we're in trouble.
convenient. You can
Don't
carry
really
it
drink
around.
it.
Sit
Don't
on
do
the
it.
portion.
Two different people.
There are two types of D&D players, and they're both right there. So we're talking about getting some custom candles from them. If you're in the chat right now and you'd like to see those, tell us what scent you would like to see that you feel like represents our stream.
Fair.
Or an individual character. We talked about doing character candles, like what would Yvonne smell like? What would Rosalie smell like? Not Rosalie, we're talking
No one
damn it.
wants to know
Hazel.
what Narn.
I was just
Narya.
No.
Fish.
I'll buy that
Bad.
candle.
Oh no, please no.
Fish
They
hunting
could
candle.
have a set of dice in there
If
too.
I may digress,
So when they
for a
melt,
Yes.
Fun.
I have lived in Orlando a very long time, and we would occasionally go out to Old Town. And one of the things that, as a precocious preteen boy, my friends and I would do, we'd go out, and this sounds dumb. They would love to buy incense, and burn it in the house. And there was one that was hilariously named Black Love. It was a black incense stick and like the little pyramid ones, and you'd light it, like put it in
Yeah.
a dragon, and it like the smoke would come out its nose like that. You know, it was all kind of harmless little incense sticks, but it smelled like ass, like straight up ass.
Good.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Good.
Why?
So
Why is it like this?
so
Why
when you
you
say
do?
no, like nobody wants to know what Narya smells like, it's Black Love.
It's
I know. I have bought that
Good.
incense.
I have
I'm
smelled that.
dying.
I have, yeah.
I
that
do
was-
have metal.
That was a digression that was
Armistice gunpowder is a suggestion we got. That is so smart.
I
Get an
was gonna
Armistice
say-
gun. She's our gunslinger. Courtney's a gunslinger. Oh, that'd be so good.
When you were saying tavern earlier, I
also
was thinking
vaguely
the
threatening.
Iron 6 would smell.
Would
of-
smell
Like
like gunpowder
gunpowder.
and,
Ooh,
and
that's a good idea.
fire and
Bad
charcoal.
apple
Yeah,
thing
apple,
mixed up.
apple
What
pie.
was that? What was
That
that?
apple alcohol that we did.
We're a
Ooh,
mess.
It was so bad. And yes, I have shiny new metal dice from
Oh,
Metallic Dice
yeah.
Gaming tonight. They're the big versions of the tiny ones that I have from MegaCon.
Cute.
Bitty ones, which
Oh,
roll,
big dice.
except for now, usually really well. Big ones. We're fucking shit up big.
I like it.
Sounds good.
I have a dice addiction problem.
We are also looking to partner with some other local Orlando places. Maybe do X-Crawl on the road coming up, but we're gonna reserve that for when we can get some solid information for you guys.
Tell
We
them we'll
have
just tease you.
yeah, we have the Saving Throw pillow giveaway for 75 concurrent viewers. Go out, tell your friends, help us give it away.
Please.
It's awesome. It has a dice pocket.
You can't see it. I'm doing it. Can you see it?
So yeah, they can a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, they know
you
it's
go.
there. If
No,
you
they see the 14.
welcome
there.
back, because you're watching again. So
Yes. Yes.
and new people, right?
Hi, new friends.
What
see.
other fun? We have
Shirts.
shirts are on
We have
pre-order.
shirts.
So if you want a shirt, now's your chance to get it. We're gonna order the first batch on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
This was our pre-order to see what designs people liked and
Mhm.
wanted. Some of them are patron exclusives. You can join at the $1 level to get access to those. So make sure you get those in by Friday because we want
Oh, that's
to
right.
push the button on that by 5 p.m. Eastern time
So
on Friday.
by the time we start our lamplighters, shirts
Yeah.
will have been ordered.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you,
is-
shirts.
that is the idea.
You're welcome.
Thank you, shirts.
What?
What other things do we?
Who knows? I'll think of things during, and we'll
And we'll stop and yell
tell
at each
them
other.
then. It'll be a
That's what we
good
do.
time.
Yep.
Let us know how the sound is. Again, we continue to upgrade our microphones and fiddle with those to give you the best quality possible.
Guys,
so,
it's getting fancy
yeah,
in here.
it is getting
like,
so fancy in here.
And I you can still see my face.
And
There's
because
not
of
like
that
anything in my
butterbeer
way.
candle, smells
Butterbeer
fancy in
smells
here.
fancy. Does smell
Smells
fancy in here.
fancy.
I love
If
it.
J.K. Rowling could smell it.
She
If
senses
JK could
something.
smell us now.
If J.K. Rowling's watching at all,
Hi, JK.
that'd be lovely.
I feel like at that point we've made it. Like,
Yeah.
If she accidentally brushes her eyes past our screen, we've made it.
Well, I'll just feel a shiver, like,
Ooh, the queen.
Lord.
It's a disturbance in the voice.
Such a presence I've not felt since
Cody.
ever.
Yeah,
Just let me have that.
I'm letting you.
Thank you.
I said
Just-
nothing.
J.K. Rowling, just watch me.
Sure. She did.
In my dream. She's there. She's here. In
It
spirit.
happens. Absolutely.
Sorry about
The
that.
Holy Spirit of Jacob.
What is the? I mentioned it last night.
Good.
What is the dice jewelry? People that we
Cast
are-
Pollux. We're working on a
Yeah.
partnership with them. They have some awesome, some fantastic dice, but also some adorable jewelry. Megan has already bought some
Do
of it.
they make
We-
the little D20 necklaces?
no, we have a friend who does that. We'll find them for you. I have one. It's
So cute.
so cute.
So
cute. We're just gonna have like a marketplace, like on our website at some point. You like the things we're wearing on stream? Here's where they are.
Look, I'm all about some
we'll
fashion.
Get to it. Yeah, we'll get to that.
As you can see.
that is a look, and I
Fashion.
love it.
Oh, shit.
On
Who is
board.
that girl?
It's just
I can't tell. She's
It's
in a
Cass.
poncho.
Yeah.
I'm in a poncho. I'm in a nice little poncho cave, and I'm nice and warm.
a poncho cape.
Dang.
It also makes me look mysterious.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Who's
Good.
that girl?
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Oh my gosh. Oh
It's
my
time
gosh.
to jump back in. We have a lot of catching up. We have a lot of bookkeeping to do tonight. I spent time getting caught in the rain, so I'm going to be looking a lot of stuff up in the books.
Thank you.
So,
No, I'm interested in it.
yeah.
This is not my D8. Has been
That
stolen.
was that was beautiful.
Well, this is actually kind of good
That is your
because
D8.
let me say,
No.
like, and I know we're jumping in, but like, Yvonne and I haven't seen each other in like, I'm worried about her. Okay.
If when you return to Drum Savar, if you ask about her, it will. She is holed up in a room at the Iron Six. They have rooms there, right? Tower.
No.
She's holed up in the room at the tower
Right.
with the newly rescued Rowan Shaw.
I was already.
And
Okay.
she is sending out for food, but she is there waiting for him to wake up.
I thought you sent him away. That's why I'm like,
No.
She is
I'm gonna
sitting
see
there.
him again.
She is sitting there waiting for
I
him
was
to
a
wake up
baby.
because she has fucking questions for him.
That's so exciting.
She's barely left since they returned. The week of downtime has been spent reading. Like she'll maybe start learning
What
a
week of
language.
downtime?
We have 1 week because they.
Because
by
the
the
two
time
of
they come-
us,
25th.
since we teleported back.
Yeah, we have time.
But it still took you guys 8 days to get out.
Oh,
Oh, how long did it take them to get out?
About the same, 8 or 9. We left on the 17th
We
lies,
we messed shit up.
You left on the
8 days,
17th
yep.
as well.
but we return on the
On the
25th.
8th day.
Good thing we're talking about this.
Yeah.
I think we left on the 16th of.
17th of Traveler.
Yeah.
hmm It's about the same almost.
Okay, so then great. We didn't have any.
No downtime, of course.
You left on the 17th.
Yeah, 8 days to get there.
It
And-
took you.
It was like a 1 day adventure.
It took you.
1 day, seven fights.
Oh my god, I
We
heard
did
about
7 battles with no long rest.
that. We only
y'all.
had 2.
I don't know how we didn't die.
And
We had 2, but they were rough.
Yeah, they were.
It took you
rough.
3 or 5 days to get out there, but then
We had to wait.
you scouted for 5 days around the island.
Okay.
3 days out, 5 days of scouting, you were
We
awaiting
might have downtime if
word
it's.
from Epoch.
Right.
And
Yeah, and then we had to go.
when they got attacked, you
Yeah.
jumped in.
Yep,
so
you're right.
So it's
that's 8 days.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You can check with Courtney. I know.
No, that sounds right.
Her,
That sounds right.
Her books.
She
The
is
one
good
time
notekeeper.
I didn't write down because I was so stressed about everything.
I was gonna say I
that
like
didn't
nothing
write
written down,
dates.
so I was just fight, don't die,
So
fight, don't die.
nice.
And you know what? I think that's gonna be really cool for us to like talk about it in character and like be like, "What happened to you?" Like, I want to
In
know.
that exact voice.
I mean,
On board.
Because I don't know you. I don't know either of
Yeah.
you yet. So.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
our adventure takes place in the Arcadian Straits. It is at the southern end of the continent of Rodom. It is a narrowish channel that connects 3 continents and is an area of wealth where the barrier between the prime material plane and the elemental and inner and outer planes is very thin. As such, it is a place of adventure and magic. Most recently, it has been resettled by a civilian guild known as House of Regulars, given a charter by the Albrechtian Empire, which after a period of decline and under the leadership of its latest emperor, one Don Dorian, is expanding once again. 4 years ago, the capital of the efforts, Willen, unseated the Guild of House of Regulars and replaced them with an imperial governor, also replacing the leadership of the area, dissolving treaties that were held with the Crow King and other local forces such as stone giants and barbarians, and began enforcing a more martial version of law and diplomacy. In reaction, a number of dissidents formed the Free Arcadian Coalition of Knights, took up residence in the pirate island of Drimtrosvar, and have, for fear of a mole, been recruiting new agents over the past 9 or so months. Those agents have spread out across the straits, recovering a number of John Arcadian's watchtowers, towers that exist in the prime material but may shift into other planes and serve as a guardianship, not just to invading forces that may come across the seas or lands, but those that may come across the plains themselves. They have made friends, some of them being admirals of the pirate coalition. Chief among them, one Alon James, who they have entered into an agreement to acquire John Arcadian's lost flagship, the Arc Rider. They have traveled to Havoc's Luck, where they have participated in a local tournament, seemingly the first steps in acquiring the key to John Arcadian's lost treasure, a vast amount of wealth, so grand it once bought the entire region's way into the Empire and still had wealth left over. They have ventured into the empty Empire, a living necropolis where the dead rise, die, and pass into spirit every day. And they have met their seeming ally, as the Empire itself has taken a notable interest in the former capital of the Arcadian Straits, a place of wealth and power. They have traveled down to the Underdark, where they have encountered a adamantine fortress populated by Zerfniblin, or deep gnomes, hairless and shadowy. The adamantine fortress being an area that is maintained by a Githzerai anarch known as
Athep.
Athep. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say apothecary. And I was like, that's not the right word.
That's something else.
That is something else.
He was scary.
Athep.
But
They have also
cool.
traveled down into the Underdark, where demons rage and madness begins to spread as a living fungal cancer infects and zombifies all of the Underdark's
I
denizens.
had a little bit of that.
Don't get the fungal cancer.
But most
I got a
recently,
cream for that.
they have attacked the Empire directly. Both teams leaving on the 17th of Traveler. One heading to the Sahuagin Island, an uninhabited island which they have previously attempted to infiltrate. They this time brought the ships of one Admiral Epoch, the Elder High Elf, and his 7 other vessels that were intended to aid in the assaults of the island. But when Epoch and his fleet came under attack of Sahuagin and Megalodon, actions were taken. They were able to infiltrate the island, descend beneath it to a Sahuagin stronghold, where they learned the weapons being created by the Empire for the Sahuagin featured heavy metal armors that would normally rust or not be mined underwater. Also barding for sharks that they ride, and harpoon guns. You discovered that the Sahuagin's chief enemy under the seas is apparently a group of Tritons, although you do not know where or how to aid them at the
We
moment.
did tell them where to find us, and we gave them our shark tridents.
You did.
So let's hope they answer us.
Let's hope they
Come
escaped.
hang out and escape. That too.
I would love to meet them as a shark myself.
Yes. Yes.
Who can hold my breath forever? This is going to be.
It's gonna be good.
The on that adventure they returned with a former Imperial dissident, a revolutionary in his own right, and a former irregular known as Rowan Shaw, the uncle to Avon. The other team traveled a much shorter distance, but still faced greater difficulties as they took on 2 Imperial expeditionary ships, and under the command of Admiral White in the Groplathai, as well as Captain Kolb and Captain Yerzovitz. They were able to destroy one of those vessels and seemingly capture the other.
I don't like how often he's using the word seeming.
Yeah.
It's making me nervous.
Don't forget the 2 mages.
Oh,
we
we
killed them.
We killed
We killed them.
You did?
found a book, a spell book.
Did.
What kind of spell book?
I don't know. We are gonna find out.
Ace.
They did.
Stay
Only one
tuned.
spell.
That's that one spell.
Then, leading a group of pirate marines inland, they were able to meet up with the druids, the Temple of the Unnamed, as well as their ranger forces, and the Thacker soldiers that had been loaned to them
Bless
to
them.
aid in the defense.
Good.
Bless
Oh,
them.
good.
Was he did okay?
Oh,
A
yeah.
plan was formed and a battle was had.
Oh, a
And-
battle was
Oh,
had.
a battle was had.
It was
Episode title.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
Look,
was a tense situation.
we had flying tieflings.
and
We had elemental carriages.
Yeah.
Like,
while losses were taken, they were able to successfully decimate
The Derpy Newts.
the Derpy Newts. Yes.
An official clan name?
Miku didn't get to keep one. She was upset.
No.
For those of you that have never seen a fire newt before,
oh my
They're
god.
the
they have been
best.
declared as derpy.
Little derp derp.
Not wrong.
Not the one on the riding one. The other one.
a noodle.
It's
Yeah.
a big noodle, fire noodle.
Then they led their soldiers and the pirates into the mountains and down to the adamantine fortress, where they utilized the teleportation circle created by Atheb to transport them back to Drim Trosafar, draining the Thacker's resources of a fair amount of its arcane
I was
dust
gonna ask about
in
that.
order to utilize the arcane circle enough times to transport all the soldiers.
So
You
you
just
can
hook me
explain
up
that?
to it at a time.
They're
have more
in
casters now.
the yes, I
The-
absolutely can.
The towers.
In the watchtowers of John Arcadian, you have a few beneficial things. You have a teleportation gate that travels serves as a teleportation circle, as per the spell. and it can transport between the different towers, as well as the adamantine fortress, which is underground. They created a teleportation circle there for you guys to use it. However, none of you are a high enough level to cast the spell, teleportation circle. So until you are able to do that, each of the towers has a apparatus where you can cast spells into it, and it refines the raw magical energy into a fine dust or powder, which can be used in the creation of magical items. It can also be used to power spells and these gates. It would also be used to plane shift the whole tower into other planes.
We have not done that.
And other spellcasters have used it to duplicate a sorcerer's meta magic effects. But it is difficult to make. It's a downtime activity. It takes a full week, and there are a number of checks involved, and the amount that you get out of it is very small. So some of the factors and some of the other members of the teams have been able to create a decent amount, not like whole tower amount, but I have to review the cost that I put on it because with teleportation circle.
Like a power.
No, not like gold. I didn't put a gold piece cost.
Oh, okay, I was like,
it was a timing thing.
ridiculous.
Teleportation circle's only open for 6 seconds, so there's a limit to the number of people that you can get through the gate at one time. So you just have to cast it multiple times in order to activate it.
Now, just to clarify with the towers themselves, we had when we go up into the domes, which is like the top of the tower. There are different languages and older things on the console, correct?
Correct.
So like it's still kind of hard to figure out and read. We're still trying to like work stuff out.
Unintentionally codified.
That's right. We're looking
control
for the
set.
cipher.
Yeah.
We haven't found there's a cipher somewhere.
Well, and you guys have made
That could help.
You've made pretty good progress on that. You were able to open up the arcane dust production mills.
Right.
You were able to open up the arcane gateways between the towers.
Bless.
And you have a good working theory for the initial plane shift. The shift back, you're not 100% on, but you've unlocked a fair number of the towers.
Like we're
It's fine. You just have to get to the other plane. You just have to get the sigil. Don't worry about getting back.
Yeah. That was one of our
That was
first
me.
adventures on Drim Trosavar was the tower had appeared
That was the
and
first
we were
episode.
uncertain
Yeah.
of
stream.
we were uncertain of how long it would stay in the
Right.
We literally had to
plane.
say, get in, get
Yeah.
the thing, get out as quickly as we can
And we-
because
yeah.
Abekoi said it might shift with us inside, and he's like, it's a possibility. We're like, good, excellent. That recap episode is up. There's a half-hour version of that 4 or 5 hour episode up on our YouTube, so that you
Yes.
can watch like a condensed.
We can see us all
Yeah.
anxious at first because it was the first time.
Hey, I
playing on
have
stream.
Shatter, but that's
Oh!
that was my favorite moment.
Also,
Whole show.
I think I just recapped the whole series.
You
of
did.
them.
Yeah, you
You're
did.
right.
So just clip that.
Well done. Good job.
So you hear that? Clip it. Somebody.
Nailed it. It was longer than clip is
Yeah.
available. I gotta like
That's
actually
alright.
edit
I
it.
know we just know the beginning of this episode now is exactly what we need to.
There you go.
That was good. Cody.
Thanks.
That was
Nailed it.
full.
I get it.
So that's what you missed on Glee.
Oh, Thank
We
you.
will. So you guys are back on the 25th. Your first day is the 26th.
Okay.
You guys are back on the 24th. Your first day is the 25th. You have an extra day in town if there is something that this team would like to do. We can actually, because you guys get done first, let's do some of the bookkeeping from your
Yes,
adventure.
please.
Awesome.
Shall we?
I can start using
I'm
this
ru-
accent so I can get into this.
Yeah.
first.
Bookkeeping.
Yes.
So, just ladies, just to let you know, normally we get a whole list of stuff, and we usually like share, spread it out, who needs what. But this particular time, we did have captains and admirals helping us out, so we would, what do you want, boys? And
Sure.
like,
No,
just to
no,
let
I
you know.
get that. I get that.
So
Did we have time to loot the battlefield?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna encompass all of that.
Spark
Awesome.
And you guys have some stuff from the ship battle as well.
Right.
But
yeah.
it wasn't for like expeditioning.
Right,
Right,
of course.
so-
Of course.
some of that was held back just for you
Yeah.
guys.
No.
Um,
Appreciate it.
so let us start. Do you want to start with the good stuff or the bad stuff?
Start with the bad stuff so we can work up and be like, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
shoot. Build them up.
I know we lost a few. We lost.
You guys did take some losses. Let me
Makes me sad. I know.
double check something.
Look, my boys were attacked. Look. Okay, so Yurt, while he's doing this, Yurt works with under Captain. He's a lieutenant, correct?
Yes.
Captain
He's
Coldgill.
been promoted since you've hung out with him.
Yes, I'm so proud of him.
He's become head of that shop troop.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So that ship has the orcs and all different like more bestial races. So I believe he's a half orc or an orc. I can't
He's
remember.
a full orc.
Yeah, he's an orc. So one of our first adventures, I was on the ship and I said, "Oh, cool. Who's your biggest dude? Let's sword fight."
Ah,
So I'm a tiny otter cocker. I'm 4'6",
Yes.
okay, and he's like humongous. So I obviously lose, but they cheer, they have a good clap, and so throughout the adventures, I've been like, "Where's Yurt?" And I like want to make him my
He's your
buddy. I love him. Well, now he kind of sees me as a little brother,
Yeah.
which is great. But I want to be a man. So be a man. Prepared. Wrong song.
I like it.
Thank you. But so Yurt is like for me a big deal. So I was like, when he was leader of the shock troops, I was like, yes, Yurt, come with me, Yurt. Like,
Yes.
live this life with me. So hopefully he's okay. We're gonna see.
Yurt did survive.
Yes.
Of the
My
30
boy.
Marines that you guys brought with you
I wanna
from
write this down.
from the pirates, I will say you guys executed a good plan. Would somebody roll me a percentile, please?
You got this. Come on, Miku.
Nope. I don't.
Oh, you need a 10.
You need a 10
both
as
that.
well.
You need a
Out of 10.
There you go.
Which
There
is
you
go.
this
Yeah.
one.
Nice.
Oh my god. I don't even know what I'm rolling for, so I'm not nervous.
It's exciting.
I got a 47.
7.
A 47. Okay. Between what you rolled and what I rolled, of the 30, I will say 8 completely passed away.
Okay.
So 22 survived. Of the 22, another 4 were injured, but their injuries will heal over time. You
That's
guys were able to mend them, get them to the adamantine fortress, get them back.
And they did good.
They did.
I mean, I hate to hear losses, but they.
You guys were not outnumbered like 2-1, but they had a good in that expeditionary force, which is why the plan was so crucial. If you guys hadn't been able to get the Rangers and the Druids in, the losses would have been
Yes, girl.
much higher.
And I know they probably lost a few too during the.
They did. Can I get another percentile?
Oh Lord, I trust you.
Oh no, I don't. So I trust you.
Okay, I'm gonna pull them out.
I don't know.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Pick a color.
Green.
Green.
That was unanimous.
Yeah.
The
People-
green.
Druids. We're doing Druids.
People
man.
decided.
Fair.
That's
How many
fine.
soldiers did you guys leave? 15? You left 15. It was
Yes.
half of your trained forces.
Yes. Let's go.
80.
Is that a 90? Because that's a 0, or do you add 0?
Yeah.
80?
80. Let's.
Of the 15 soldiers and the Fackers left there, you guys lose 2. So you get 13.
Okay.
There were 10 druids that fought and another 20 rangers. 4 of the druids pass, but only 3 of the rangers pass.
Nice.
The rangers having heavier armor, being more trained for this sort of battle. The druids are strong, defensive, but they were focused on healing and protecting the teams. So, very good numbers as far as losses goes.
Yeah.
Of course, every
Yeah.
person lost is
Detrimental. It's
Is
a
sad.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been worse.
So, those are your losses for the expedition. During the ship battle, the longboats each lost only 6 people of their 40-man crews, so it's not
Oh,
bad.
wow.
All right.
Nice. So
They did
good.
really well. You guys got a good surprise on them. The warship, the Brucklathar, did take the heaviest bit of the Imperial cannon fire and stuff like that. So that ship is gonna take some repairs.
Is that the one with the Kraken and whale staff?
That's the one with the whale stuff
Big
on
one.
it. Yeah.
And that was.
Can we say that the damage knocked off the whale staff?
We'll see.
That's the
Um,
White's ship.
That is White. Yeah, that is Admiral White's flagship.
I know we left, but do we know if White is okay?
Survived.
White did survive.
Yes.
He did.
Look, allies. I need these allies.
He did take some heavy injuries. He will scar again.
And he'll be okay with it.
He'll be okay with it.
He'll be
He's-
like, yes, this is mine.
He's getting old though. Like,
He may not want to be in a battle again in the next. He's gonna probably need a month to
Of course.
regroup.
Of course.
Of the 60 on the warship, because they were such a
Took a
focus,
lot, right.
they lose 15. So,
okay, 45 now.
so those are the losses. You guys do pick up a Imperial longship,
Yes.
which you were able to save with not terrible damage. I'll say it's about 2/3 hit points. So about 200 of the 300 hit points on it.
Nice.
For those of you that do not know, repairing a sea vessel takes 1 day per hit point and 20 gold per hit point. If you pay more, you can add more carpenters and things like that, and repair it a little faster. But
In our last campaign, we had a huge ship battle, so the ships were a concern.
Yeah.
So this is nice to hear that at least we.
Also,
yes.
we're pirates here, so the ship
Yeah.
is definitely a concern.
We are pirates. Yeah. That's good to know. Thank you.
Also, you pick up 2 of the Earth Elemental carts. However, they
My
have,
ride.
they're currently left in that adamantine fortress
Okay.
because you got them.
But we
They
can't.
they didn't even make it into the fortress technically. You had to send Zerf Neblin up there to drag them down and move through the earth.
Still pretty cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
So they are available for you.
And
That is
travel
where they are
without having to
safely
feed an animal.
at. The biggest issue is that it was either move the carts or finish moving the soldiers.
No. Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
were-
We made the right
Sure.
choice.
Yeah.
We made the right choice.
Didn't. So you weren't happy about it.
You, for the cause, you acquire 60 sets of weapons and armor
Excellent.
for soldiers and pirates.
Great.
Nice.
Okay.
And armor. Soldiers and pirates. Nice.
You pick up a +1 wand of the War Mage.
War Mage. Russian Winter Man.
You also do you preserve or destroy the Fire Newt coalescing boxes?
I think they could be researched if we don't know anything about them. I would probably destroy most of them and keep one.
You want to keep one?
I
There were
would-
3. So
How do you guys feel?
I'm okay with keeping one.
Are they unnatural creatures?
Fire Newts?
Yeah.
They are naturally denizens of the fire plane.
Yeah.
These particular Fire Newts, however, were more simulacrum of them. They were created, they were not summoned. They were specifically designed and created based on knowledge
but they can
of
only
Fire Newts.
be created through
Through
like
the-
someone else's action.
So
like
they're
they
not
need to
natural
cast.
creatures then. This is kind of
No.
like okay, I would have been like I think we should destroy all of them because that's like
Okay.
an affront against nature.
Okay.
So like if you keep one, I'm like maybe don't tell me. I'm not gonna do anything about
yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just gonna vote for
I mean,
like,
they're pretty big, right?
I would have
I prob-
said
I can't like shh, but I will
Roll
I will
sleight of
hear
hand.
you. I do.
I
hear
would
you.
have
if you
been
tell me you
okay.
did, I'd believe you. I'd be like,
I would have been okay with keeping one as soon as we get back to where we're going, we give that to somebody that we trust.
There is a fire newt that I want to talk to you about this and see how he feels about it.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have a friend,
Okay.
and if he says he doesn't want it,
We got a
I
guy.
will get rid of
Then we
it.
can destroy it.
Right. I
That's
just
fine.
I want to see how he feels.
Sure, let's do
I
that.
would like to know how to meet a real fire newt friend.
Oh,
though,
I've-
so
I've
maybe
got one.
This can... But I want a real fire
So-
newt friend because Miku really wants. She wants a fire newt friend.
He's cool.
He's chill.
He
Real
is.
cool.
Yeah.
He almost beat us in a race once.
Yeah.
And then we all ganged up on him.
Yeah.
Good. Teamwork.
It was 5 on 1.
It's like,
So wait,
you know when like
have
you're
a fire
doing.
ant friend?
Yeah, we
oh, it's
genuinely
real.
do.
Yeah.
He's an NPC.
Are they on? Is he on
It's
the
on
island?
Joseph, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a member of. It's not Cold's crew, but he's a member of Admiral White's. I think he is on.
I'm gonna write this down because I want to know.
This is gonna come up
My
later.
yellow.
Yeah. He
Where'd my yellow notepad go?
when I did the haunted forest, he was one of my guys that I like recruited for it.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's under.
It's under.
Oh,
Super
thank you,
cool.
thank
It
you.
was super
thank you.
cool.
Yes.
And he did like little fire thing. We did like teamed up at the end and we're like did a little
If
fire
Mika's ever
thing.
feeling down on this island, just bring her to me.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yes, he is on Captain Gell's vessel.
Gels.
Yeah, that is the Lance of the Abyss.
Ooh. Yes, Lance of the Abyss.
That name.
Captain Gell. This is
Yeah.
important to me.
Hello, I hear there's a fire newt here. I'm here to meet them.
Anything opposite of air is like interesting to her.
Fire
You know,
and
he's an
Yeah.
elemental like fire, but also
Yeah.
it's super derpy and cute.
Fire
Yeah.
and magic. Magical box.
Magical box.
These notes
What's
are
in the
getting
box?
crazy. Okay, so we decided to keep
That's
one.
it.
We destroyed the other two.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Also, your cut for the Fackers
Yes.
from the vessels. So you do not have to divide this further.
Oh, good.
There is 2,800 gold pieces, 100 platinum pieces.
You got this. So we're dividing that between 5?
It's for the Fackers itself, so
Oh,
I would
okay.
I would assume
You guys are welcome to
Figure
take some
out,
of your stuff
yeah.
out of that to begin with.
we'll
There are individual funds. There are also like cause funds.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
we're gonna get some, but just
Miku, I want Miku to. Miku's gonna designate someone, or probably one of you would designate someone to make sure someone's keeping track of my money.
Money.
I'm dying.
Because
She's like, I've
Well,
never had
you were
spending money
you were
before.
back in the forest, so you'd probably pick up some bark on the way. You know,
yes, she
burnt
did.
bark. What would you do with the burnt bark?
So just
Different
use it for
taste.
something.
Yeah.
It's like
She-
barbecue.
Ash.
Yeah,
She's
like
like,
barbecue.
makeup.
strips. She's not eating it. She's chewing. She probably would have collected a bunch of burnt stuff.
Gunpowder for a gun. She's
Well,
like,
it's probably to hold some sort of like a ritual that doesn't do anything, but just
There
to
are,
speak to the gods.
There are also 15 gems, semi-precious gems, each worth 100 gold pieces
Nice.
each. You also find a +1 suit of leather armor.
calm down, Roberta.
Did we find any shields?
There's a regular shield if you want one.
Is it made of
Absolutely.
wood?
Sure. You can
I
have
got a wooden shield.
There you
Yeah,
go.
absolutely.
wooden
Raise
buckler.
that defense, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Where do I put
Absolutely.
that?
I like to put
One
it just
plus
a
one suit of leather armor.
It's
Got it.
when you have the shield on,
Plus
it's
two
+2.
to put your armor class.
Okay.
So then that way, if you're like, I never use my weapon two-handed, so
Mhm.
it's out. Like,
Right. If you get the opportunity, I would write with shield so you don't forget. Just
So,
Plus
because
two
yeah,
is
if you put
because
down
you're gonna have to
shield,
remember
it's
to.
rough.
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta put it down.
remember to lift it up.
We'll
So
take
the
that
last
out.
thing was the +1 suit of leather armor.
Do the gold and the gems for you guys
I'll do that.
and not for the cause. We'll say that that's all taken out already.
Okay, cool.
That this is specifically for you.
Do you want to include the platinum with that?
The platinum as well. Yeah. That
Thank
is-
you.
that is your team's.
Cool. I'll split that later for us, and we'll handle
So.
it. Thank you.
You got it.
Cool.
That is what you guys come up with. That's
Most
what
excellent.
you come home with.
We
Um,
had the spell book.
Right.
I just want to.
Yes. It has, I believe, 6 spells in it.
Oh, cool.
Standard Imperial Mage spellbook.
I'll keep an eye out.
So
Spell book, 6
pull
spells.
that up in just a moment.
Is that a thing that you can copy down, or is it? It's
I-
only wizards, right? That can copy it.
Well,
Wizards
I can copy down ritual spells.
and
So
some
what-
of these they don't have a lot of rituals in here.
I know.
They got a
But
lot.
just putting it out there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No.
They got mostly blasting stuff.
Oop. Still cool.
So cool.
Okay, spells in this
Save
book.
it for Mina.
Detect magic,
Nice.
mage armor, magic missile, shield, misty step, suggestion, counterspell, fireball, fly, greater invisibility,
There's a lot.
ice storm, cold, cone of cold.
Ooh, I'm
That is a
so
lot
cold.
of spells. That's more than
So
6
many more than
Cody
6.
Stone.
How
I
does
love it.
How
There
does
you
it work?
Is it a specific name for this book so I can just look it up later?
I would just say Imperial Mage spellbook.
Thank you very much.
Show that to Mina because I know she can write down.
She'll be able to collect a lot of
She
them.
can.
Awesome. That's great.
She a wizard?
Yes.
I believe we do have another wizard, but he is rarely
Mhm.
able to play. So
That's hard being a Dragonborn.
it is.
I don't know. I'll make note of that. Thank you very much for all of that.
Yes.
Noise.
That's a lot of bookkeeping we can take care of. And... Look,
Um,
Echo, look what I brought home. I'm busy in this room. Sorry, Echo.
Yvonne.
Yvonne, oh my god, the dream. Echo. One day.
I was like, you
know,
found
I
Echo?
miss her so much.
That was a part of the notes. It's the addendum.
Like,
Also-
Echo.
Cliff notes, cliff notes.
random changeling in the woods. Sorry, carry on.
Okay.
I think this is about us getting.
We get a day.
Yep, you guys get a day. You spend your day resting, recovering, going through your notes.
Yes.
You guys return the following day.
Yes.
Epoch and his men.
My life. Stressed.
We are
yes,
so
Epoch,
worried.
Declan.
We're so worried.
Yes.
Epoch's
yes,
a-
Epoch.
High elf, right?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
a high elf, and Allison and Courtney ship him and Admiral White
Yeah.
hard. They think that the tension between them is sexual tension, and they love that.
So just to let you guys know
Yeah.
about Epoch, so he was one of the only admirals that we didn't actually have contact with before we had our big pirate admiral meeting.
Sure.
So he was kind of like, who the F are you guys?
Yeah.
But I'm also a high elf, but who the F are you?
Yeah.
So,
But I'm
also
a
a
high
high
elf.
In a classy way.
yeah, he was chill. He wasn't mad about it.
Like, he wasn't a dick about it, but it was also.
You could tell.
Exactly.
I inside checked him like 5
Where
times.
the
I was like,
F, where the
is
S
he okay?
stands for fine wine.
are they mad at us?
Yes.
Oh, we did bring we bring a barrel of what was
It
it,
was
vodka?
The vodka, the rum
We were like,
vodka.
please love us.
We brought so many gifts. Fuck it. Whoever remember that Admiral White had my fucking brooch of shielding, so you know maybe he got protected from a couple of things.
I mean, yeah, we'll see, girl. I'm gonna talk to him eventually.
yeah.
Gotta check in.
Like, hey, how'd that brooch treat you? You know, any force damage? Survive some magic missiles?
I love it.
Yeah,
I
Admiral,
love it.
We know them Imperial spellcasters use magic missile. You were safe. Like,
Oh God, Epoch.
Yes,
I know,
thank
sorry,
you.
I'm stressed. I'm
No,
distracted with
I'm
that.
stressed too,
So
because I
stressed.
don't know anything.
And Alon went to help him. Also, Alon.
Oh, Cody's like, maybe. Maybe.
Hold me.
Okay.
They're all dead.
I would like you
No!
to both roll a
No!
percentile.
Hey, you guys don't fuck me up. 35.
26.
Biting.
I hate it. I hate it.
Let's see what he's rolling.
I hate-
Just make this
Everything. Why is this our fault?
This isn't our fault.
It is.
Oh,
The
wait,
Sahuagin are
your
a problem.
Yeah, and they rolled a random encounter with the Sahuagin.
I remember.
Look, believe. I believe.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
They're fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be
So,
fine. Yvonne, like, spends the next, all of her downtime just leveling up and learning Wish.
Cody's got a poker face, and he is not playing poker right now. Okay? He,
So
he's,
what happened?
I'm gonna let you know.
he's got decisions.
Ugh. I hate these faces so much.
You guys probably didn't hear it on stream, but he just went, mmm. I was like, no, George Takei, get out of here.
Of Epoch's ships, when you have returned, they have not.
So we teleported.
You teleported,
The
and,
Sending Stone.
and they were a week into the 2-week journey.
Hello.
They
I'm
were
alive.
they were halfway. So reports come in. They are going to hold up in a pirate bay to the southern continent. Of the 7
We have 2 more teleportation spells.
of these 7 ships under Epoch's command. And didn't you send somebody else? Risen.
Risen.
God damn it! Oh no!
She is just.
You sent Risen and the Dangerous Soul.
Oh no!
That's right. I apologize. I rolled the wrong
But
dice.
she,
Ah,
but she did so
So-
good. She did so good.
You're so.
she was so good. She was okay. She's fine. Everyone's fine.
Of those 8 vessels, 3 of them are completely destroyed. They were able to drive away the Megalodon.
Fucking shark, man.
They took heavy losses across the board. About a third of the crews were lost.
Man.
The vessels that went down were
No.
the
I'm trying to make a something.
Sapphire Hammer,
Sapphire Hammer.
the Rubbing Shoal,
Oh no! Oh no! I have friends on there.
and Sathsa's Tears.
Okay. Yes, I do. Well, it's fine. I
None of those was
None
the
of those
head
was the
ship.
admirals.
That was
No
not
flagship.
the 7 of 3.
or the Crimson Hunter, whatever we're renaming it.
Or the Dangerous
The
Soul
Dangerous
until
Soul,
you
yeah.
until you rename it.
Can we go help them?
I think today Alon is okay.
Alon,
I mean, because he was airdropping things.
Yeah.
Alon.
We told him. We told him. We were like, if it's
Ooh.
a chance between saving them and getting out, you gotta get out, man.
It's
Oh.
called the Phenomenal Vessel. Phenomenal Vessel.
If you watch wrestling, it's a wrestling reference.
Alon loses of his of the 20 people that crew his vessel. He ends up losing 4.
Is Nefit his second in
second in
command?
command?
Is she?
She's fine.
I love them.
I know she was pissed at me, but I'm
I want to die.
Okay.
gonna write her name down. I
The
gotta remember.
Admiralty's intact, though.
Yeah, with the communications from Epoch say that he's glad for your safety, glad that you were able to successfully complete the mission. He's concerned to hear that the fortress itself wasn't able to be destroyed.
So were we.
He also expresses the damage to the ships has to be repaired, and he doesn't want to return to Drim immediately in case there are other Sahuagin or Imperial vessels that are.
Like on the way.
Understood.
Sure.
I asked
So-
him if I asked him to keep in touch, and just basically that if it becomes necessary to send out a scouting party of the vessels that are still okay and make sure that you have a clear path, we want to get you home. Basically, we want to make sure we can get you home. As
He says,
yeah.
he's gonna need.
We may have to send
gonna
people there to
need-
like help.
Yeah.
12 days to do repairs, and then he'll reach out, and you can make a plan on helping him return.
Lovely. Reach out.
Needs 12 days for repairs. Then some of those vessels are going to take a lot longer to get back to fighting form, but
But that'll be
for
enough to
sailing.
get them sailing for him.
That'll
Good
get
to
them
know.
sailing at full speed.
Oh my. I will like it noted, our allies are intact. I'm proud of us.
The Admiralty is still intact.
We
don't
just
have
need to make sure we take care of our new allies.
I
And
agree.
that is, I'm excited to do that actually.
Agreed.
To get them to trust us more.
Eat the manifesto.
Hey, by the way, look, we're here, the Fackers. Do this
Yeah.
thing for us.
Yeah.
Oh, your ship's got blown up. Don't worry, we'll help.
We'll
Like-
fix it. It's fine.
You break, we fix.
We're here for you.
You break.
Cody,
Ugh.
that was stressful, and it was just a recap.
I know.
I was like, what's happening?
Now it's stressful and just a recap. True.
So,
So,
where would you guys like to begin? I know you have some questions
I have some personal shit to take care of.
for Rowan. Is everybody good with doing that first?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to.
No. This is going to be a listening night. Very verbal until we get into a bar fight. I'm just kidding.
We should blow off steam, you know?
Bar fight!
I mean, we can say over to Habit Lock and blow off steam.
Try the challenge again. We have new people.
Challenge.
Oh shit, you'd be so good there. Sorry, Kara, but you would both be awesome.
Do
at
we
that.
have the healer,
fine.
though? We don't have the healer.
Hi.
I
I started to
partial
hit bar
heal.
levels.
I was supposed to say we have
Yeah.
enough partial
We have
healers
enough partial healers that we might be able to be
to
okay.
cover the lack.
I can't do one again.
Oh, you can't do one.
I
I'm
can-
playing a new character
can
who
do
hasn't done
one.
it at all.
Uh-huh.
You can't do the
I
ones
would-
that you failed on.
Right.
So
But you
can't do
can,
one.
but you can participate in levels you've succeeded at before.
Good.
So I can do two.
I could do one.
But you can't do one.
No, I can't do
Okay.
one. I could probably... No, I don't think I can do one again.
It's
I
fine.
think that's half the trick.
We'll do the,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, not tonight. That was just
Oh, sorry.
if we need
That's
to blow
all,
off steam.
sorry, we didn't explain that. And Havoc's left there's a key that we're hoping to get a big old treasure score from, but there's a ring that does like magical battles. So if you do the first one and fail, you can't do it again, but you can help further on. So like I failed the first one, I can't do it again. But there's level 2, I helped with that and we passed that time.
Cool.
So
Okay.
the people
But
who
one
pass that
person
can
has to make
keep
it through
going.
all of them.
One person has to make it all the way through.
They can
So
change out their
it's
team, but one person, like two or three of us had made it through all the 3 levels, and then we failed, or all but first 2 levels, and most of the way through level 3, we failed level 3.
Mhm.
So we're all out of the running for level 3. But like,
Yeah.
if level 4 comes in, then they
Come
can
back.
jump in.
but we
on
always have
4.
to make sure, like, if you make it through levels 1 through 3, we got to take you with us to level 4.
In my
like,
Google
Correct.
Docs, there's
Yeah.
a
There's a whole
spreadsheet of
spreadsheet,
who
yeah.
can do what
It's-
level.
It's kind of interesting because it's a mini puzzle,
Yeah.
sort of,
It
because
is.
of the amount of people and
It's
players
also-
that we
Yeah.
have. It's an opportunity for something really cool, but we gotta watch
we
out
gotta make our,
because if someone loses,
we
then
gotta
it's.
spread out the players who've
I
done
get
it
you, I
before
get you.
in case they
But
lose.
her paladin,
Would be, oh yeah,
oh
oh yeah. Anyway, sorry.
yeah. Actually,
We carry on.
if we're not stuck in a cave
Yeah,
with
okay.
fucking clerics, look. I like clerics to play, but not against.
Yeah. Hey.
Don't wanna
No,
fight a
good
cleric.
hardest, Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
That's a mini.
Always.
That was
habit.
revenge from last campaign. Alright. Mass cure wounds, 90 points of health, shoot at everyone. That was me last game.
Oh, how did Cody's description of Havoc's luck? What is it?
Oh, it is like
The Vegas of the Arcade. Experience.
yeah, it is Pirate Vegas.
Pirate Vegas.
It's clicking. I
Yeah.
see it in my head
Yeah.
right now.
There's
yes.
there's a place where you have to go, and it's like the Planet
Planet
Hollywood, and it's got like different adventurers with like things on the wall.
we got our names on the wall though.
Yeah, we did.
We like got
Star.
our pictures on the wall for doing level 2. They were all really impressed because
I
a lot
thought
of
you were
people
gonna say
don't
because it was my birthday.
and saying to me, it's
What's-
fine.
What stats is it for a drinking contest?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Cool.
Right? Yes. It's
How's it
fun.
going? Hell yeah!
Yep.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
You can go drink everyone on a table.
We're just gonna go like
No
party
one would
through
expect
gym
it.
after
I
we
love it.
deal with some bookkeeping.
She
Okay.
tried hard.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear this.
Okay.
Oh,
So you put Rowan in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. He is unshaven. He is malnourished, scraggly. Probably has like the prison nightgown shirt
good.
thing on, like that, you know.
Good.
He still has guns. He's hiding them.
Oh, I will before taking him there though. I retrieved the gun from Armistice, much to her chagrin. Much to her disappointment, I've retrieved the Weeping Willow
Okay.
with the promise of I'll give it back. I'll let you look at it later.
Courtney's on her way over.
Yeah,
so-
she is. And listening
she's
right now
welcome
because she's
to step
panicking.
in.
Um,
Okay.
good.
we will say on the next day, so on the 26th, we'll say by the 27th, he is awake enough to have conversations.
Good. Oh, you're not dead.
Inside the room, it is one of the few rooms in the tower that is solo. Most of you guys live in cots and footlockers, and there's a fair number of you.
Yeah.
Not to mention the ones that crew the shore skimmer and other vessels, plus the leadership and things like that. So it is one of the few rooms that is solo. It is very small. Has a simple sort of stuffed hay cot on it. It's been made as nice as it can. There are no windows in the tower given its trans-dimensional nature. So you would not be too mistaken if you mistook it for another prison cell. But there are plates with half-eaten food on it. It looks as though he has hungrily tried to eat. You can also tell from the smell of vomit, though it's been cleaned, that he hasn't been able to stomach as much as he perhaps once could in his health. As you come in, he is sitting on the bed, his back to the wall, his nails recently clipped, and his beard, he's got a piece of stone just sort of scratching at the wall a bit.
Uncle,
Yes?
do you know where you are? Can you remember what happened when we brought you here?
Which part?
Well, any of it actually. The rescue, the trip.
I remember the teleporting, and I remember the water rising. It's a bit of a blur.
What happened to you? Mom's been looking for you for months and,
I'm sure she has.
I pull out the weeping willow, the gun. Went to your island, looking for you. Found your notes.
My dinosaurs are okay?
I'm not in
Went to
the.
your island.
Uh-huh.
It's my fault, to be fair. Amy's already reprimanded us.
That's
I'll
alright.
get you new ones. I have a smuggler friend, I'm sure I can find them.
He really wanted to find
I have
dinosaurs.
another smuggler friend.
Yeah.
With tendons and
Um,
and there were dinosaurs on the island, so we were catching
Listen,
dinosaurs.
how long did they... I'm sorry, I know you've just woken up, but there's quite a bit that we're trying to figure out here, and you know a lot more being inside that prison and being captured by those monsters than we do, and anything you know
I'm sure
would help.
you know how prison works.
Well, you saw them. They were quite clearly doing strange magical things with that shark and the kraken ghost right in front of you all. I wasn't sure. I was one time thinking if they regularly did that there.
In experiments for a little while, but I wouldn't call it regular.
On you. On others.
Yeah, some tritons.
Well, I hope they can find us here. And so we would have a common enemy. But for now, how did they find you? Your name was written on the cipher. Your name was a target. Your ship was a target.
I've never been very good at hiding.
No, I'm aware. Except for you hid from her. Your note said, don't talk to Willow. Can't talk to Willow.
That's right.
What's wrong with that? I can't.
That's right. I shouldn't talk to you. I think I'd like you to leave now.
Why can't you talk to me? Grown, I haven't been talking to her either. don't want her finding me. I don't want her getting in trouble. I'm doing this on my own. I found you on my own. I didn't tell her I was looking for you. I didn't tell her I found out about your ship months ago. I haven't told her that you're here.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Bard. You better Bard. Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Ah! Oh, push buttons. Yes, it is. That's why I rolled it. 25.
He's like 30.
Everyone's
I-
insight is not that
I don't
high.
know. I don't know Rowan's stats, but I know his wisdom wasn't great.
Yeah.
I don't know Rowan's stats.
I don't know if that was a character plot point or not with the dice.
Yeah.
No, actually, he was a ranger, so his wisdom was actually pretty decent.
25.
He
So good.
he sort of nods. It looks like he kind of believes you. It's that's difficult to say. Something's not right with her.
What do you mean?
And it's not something's not right. It's not the way she's been forgetful, different. She was always concerned, but she was very pushy, but needy.
More than usual, because when I stray too far from that's not unusual at all.
It's different.
You think she's in trouble?
I think she's dead.
She called me. She's been asking inside my head every day.
Yeah.
She's been reaching out.
When was the last time you saw her?
I left home almost a year ago to protect her,
Uh-huh.
to protect all of them.
So did I.
So, what's your plan? Run away and just leave her to whatever's happening over there?
My plan was to kill as many Imperial bastards for her as I could. That was my plan. And then they caught me. So I'll get a new ship and we'll just start over.
I need to start over. We've got ships here. Plenty of them.
See? Halfway there. Good plan.
She's not dead.
That's how I heard.
Wouldn't you know if she was dead? I've heard the stories. I know full well, I've known my entire life that you have part of her soul inside you. Wouldn't you be partially dead if she were?
I don't know. I've been partially dead a lot.
That's also true.
Truth bomb.
Aren't you dead now? Did they say anything to you? I know, that's a really loaded
Why are you dead?
Why are you not dead?
dead?
How do I not know you're a ghost?
Well, he's been dead at least 3
Yeah,
times
so
I
many
can
times.
think of.
Why did they leave you alive? Did they ask you anything? Did they...
Off the top of my head.
Again, you seemed like a more specific target than this sort of smash and grab job.
No, they asked me a lot of things.
Anything in particular that would help?
Like what?
Did they know who you were in relation to anyone else?
Oh, absolutely. I knew who I was in relation to everybody.
Have you heard from Mum, Mother,
Mother.
Mother? She calls Willow Mum
Yes.
and Echo Mother.
Yes.
That's important.
Echo?
You heard from her?
No.
She would have told me if Mum was dead.
I don't think she knows.
How would would she not know? How would she not notice?
I don't know.
And there would wait to find out, isn't there?
You can go home if you want. I'm not going back there.
You can say something like that. In any case, I've got some of your things that I found. You want them back? Or did you lock this up so you wouldn't feel guilty?
Guilty about what?
Leaving her to weep. Called Weeping Willow, after all.
Didn't seem right to carry it after she was dead.
Stop saying that.
She's not dead. She's not dead, and if she is, I'm going to use it to put a bullet in the son of a bitch who killed her. You can help me or not.
Make a persuasion check.
Yes.
That's a card. Not great, not great. 15.
He looks at you. Actually's probably the wrong word. He looks through you. As though you're talking to someone who's given up. Make an insight check.
19.
19. You... He really believes that she's dead. You don't know if you believe it, but he believes it.
I love to keep her safe. I love to keep everyone safe.
When'd you leave?
A year ago. Little more than a year. Nothing's changed in the way she's talked to me. Not that I can remember.
Yeah. I was captured a little bit ago. 2 years, 18 months.
Sorry.
I wasn't
What
ready
are you
for
sorry
that.
for?
Fish people.
What are you sorry for?
You met Willow. She raised me to just be sorry.
I've met her. But if you can't tell the difference, I'm starting to think you never did.
Can I roll an insight check
Yeah?
on my memories of her?
Can I roll
Can I roll
initiative?
initiative,
Stop. No,
please?
absolutely
Can I roll
not.
initiative and natural
20.
20? Do I remember?
Nothing stands out as a change to you. A little age, maybe a little forgetfulness, but nothing stands out as a change.
She's got a lot on her plate. She might be distracted. She might be getting older. But she was Willow when I left. She was alive.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 1.
Oh,
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Yeah.
Amen.
I hate this.
Bless. Thank you.
No religion involved. This is just luck.
You say that, and he just sort of.
Can I? Nope.
Can you what?
Freddie
Think
Mercury's.
an inside and see if this is him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Want to make sure. 17.
Rip sauce to his face.
It's a Sahuagin.
As far as you can tell, yeah, this is This is Rowan. Older.
Yeah.
Perhaps more bitter than you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
That's something.
Than she's ever seen
Then
him.
I was, he was,
fair.
getting his
More
shit
bitter
together when
than
I was a child.
He's ever
Um,
met.
His sister raising a child might. Him being an uncle might have.
Yeah. A little bit, actually.
We'll see.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I know you've been through it. You've been stuck for a long time. I'm sorry for that. But I also know the Rowan I grew up hearing about. Excited to see when he came into town. The Rowan who gave me my first gun. The Rowan you were. Would not just wait to see if she was dead. He would do something about it. He
did.
would rain holy hell
I have been.
on the right people. If someone has taken her, then I'm going to be out there. Going to get her.
And do what? Storm Willen. Go to Blackwater. What, get Winnie and Rosie and Echo and all of them killed.
They do it for you. They've done it for you. I do it for you. As evidenced.
What do you want?
Honestly, I went looking for a legend. But all I want right now is a family type family. We need help here. You stay with us or you go out there, that's fine, but come with me or go to Willen or take to the seas, whatever. But do it with us.
With who?
Our team. Jeremy, Tybalt, all of us.
He's a boy.
How dare you?
It's Canada.
You found Cat.
Safe.
Yeah, we're looking for her.
We found her.
That's good.
We can keep you two safe and well armed. Get you a new ship. When the time comes to rain hell on Willen, we find an army to march. At least consider coming with us.
I don't think your boy is prepared to do what's necessary.
And that is,
You wanted holy hellfire. Jeremy's soft.
the pirates have made him harder than you think. He's a good leader.
Yeah. Your mom made him softer than you think.
My mom made him smarter than you think.
That's probably true.
So, I'd like to propose an alliance between you and the Vappers. Our group. The time comes, we need to do the harder things. I know who to come to.
That you do.
But I will place money on whether or not she's alive. I'll wager everything I own.
Alright. You,
Be into it.
you bring me proof that she's alive. If you do, I'll join your proof.
Meantime, Clean yourself up. You look like shit.
Yes. Murder him.
Does he try to get a last word, or is he? Yes. That was badass.
No one that's ever called him said he looks like shit. Has he's just always accepted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's scary, y'all.
That wasn't
Okay.
foreboding in the slightest. You should be fine.
For those
Yeah, it's
for
fine.
those of you in the
Everything's
audience, Rowan Shaw's a big deal, yo,
Yeah.
and like he's broken right now. That is
This
a
is-
broken man,
That is a broken man.
and I'm shocked. And thank you, Cody Stone.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
The story is just I wasn't ready.
Like the BGM going on, I was like, wow.
Me
What would you
texting
get?
Courtney like.
Watch right now. Get online. Watch
She
it.
is.
What would you guys like to do?
Obviously, I didn't hear any of that.
Nah.
I'm probably back at the
Iron
Iron
Six.
Six.
Yeah.
Probably in the tower.
Yvonne actually goes to the Iron Six to shooting practice in
Okay.
Anchor.
I'll be in the tower.
Okay.
I think Miku would have gone to, how did you say it?
Avikoy, yeah.
Avikoy. I think she would have found him and asked him to come with her down and find a plot of land, like a nice, really pretty little plot of land.
Mm-hmm.
She would have taken a few stones from the forest that they were at
Mm-hmm.
with her.
There is a
And-
forest that I know that's near there.
No,
so.
forest from the forest that burned.
No, but
that
I'm saying there's a
protecting.
forest, so
Okay.
I would have taken you
So
there.
you would have taken Mika there, and she would have built a small shrine to the forest and the druids and the people that had passed specifically, and taken some of the burnt bark that she collected and have made a little shrine to them, and just should I don't know. I feel like she connects with you since you are a
Yeah.
bird man, and she just wants to like. She would have said something and just kind of held your hand and just stood kind of in silence.
But you have the staff. You will want to make some flowers here too.
So she takes it, and she makes flowers grow. That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Yes, I know.
And she makes the flowers grow. And then they just kind of.
Hold
She brought a
hands.
picnic,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have a little picnic at the shrine,
Okay.
and just kind of talk about the battle and what they can do to
Right.
regrow.
It's funny because whenever somebody does pass, Abigoi stays for the funeral. So this time around, he wasn't able to stay, so that he would appreciate that immensely. So
Nice.
It was
Yeah.
a little nice little moment.
yeah, absolutely. Good. So I'm not in the tower. We're walking
Well, you
back.
were. She
No. I'm into it. I'm just saying. We're walking back to the Iron Six probably after.
Yeah.
What do we eat on this picnic?
I would have wanted food at some point. I would have
Yeah.
thought down.
Okay.
Yeah. What is?
Down to the Iron
Oh,
Six.
straight up like berries.
Oh yeah.
She, like just whatever she found in the walk in there.
Bark.
She was
More bark.
she was collecting it on the way in,
Oh.
and she's like, I have a.
This will be really, really exciting. When we go to the Iron Six, Akan has something that you should probably eat there as well. I think it's a good idea. Akan does it for everybody. It's a special. You'll be very excited.
Oh, okay, what is it?
Oh, don't worry. When we get there,
Oh, I love
it'll be a
surprises.
surprise.
Okay.
Is it bark?
Close.
She's just super excited.
Okay.
Closer to bark than you realize.
You guys
She
make
just
it.
likes to chew it, not eat it.
Oh, she'll
It's her
eat
little
it.
habit.
I think she would.
She likes
You
to
guys
chew
make
bark.
it down to the Iron Six. You all are introduced to Kat. Would you like to describe your character?
Please.
for
Sure,
everybody,
yeah.
please?
Do we want to do?
Yeah, we'll do a round. Absolutely.
So Kat is a half elf in about her late 20s or so. She's got
I just have that air constantly.
Yep.
Oh, that's fair.
But she has lots of like dark brown hair that's kind of piled up with glasses. She's wearing a dress, but you might see like hints of armor underneath it. Because she also wears a cloak over top too to kind of
Yeah, she
disguise it.
does.
But like you kind of hear the clink of like metal a little bit. She immediately goes, "It's like you all right?"
Oh, I missed you.
And I would go for a hug.
Yeah.
And then we'll hold each other for just a second.
I found a special book. Do you want to just look at it?
Sure.
And I pull it out because I'm looking for a wizard essentially.
I I don't think I can do anything with this, but Mina, remember the tiefling girl? We can show it to her.
She can write some of this down for her.
Ezra
yes.
is at the bar drinking by herself, but when she hears tiefling, she pops up.
Yeah.
She looks over and she sees you and she's like,
Did everyone who went to the forest make it out okay?
Yes, and I would point out, our new friends. Oh, this is Nezra, known over here, and this Miku. This is Kat.
Miku sees that you ran over and hugged her and does the same.
Oh,
Goes over
yeah.
and hugs.
I heard humped. I'm sorry.
exactly.
Welcome back.
I was like, are we teaching her bad manners? Like,
Hello?
And she like holds you like this and feels. Do you have pointed ears as a half elf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's gonna feel your ears and just look at you like kind of like seriously. Just all she's gonna say is "Me too,"
If
but
you,
it's not funny the way she says it.
and I immediately am like, the cat should, that'll take
She's
it.
just
the cat.
gonna continue.
That's something you might notice is she has a small cat. Like, an actual cat.
Yeah, there it is.
She just immediately grabs it and just kitty.
Okay.
She likes to touch a lot.
Okay.
And then I take you over to Nezra. I take you over to Nezra. I'm like,
I immediately stick my hand out, not a hug.
Okay. We can work with that.
Miku has set the cat down and is having a conversation. Whether you can hear if it's talking back or not, she is intently speaking to the cat.
sorry, we interrupt your description.
I mean, that's basically it. Half-elf librarian.
Half-elf librarian.
Wait, is your cat's name Cat? It
usually-
would be funny. Less funny, but okay.
I love her so much already.
Paladins.
What does Nezra look like?
Oh,
I love the
Nezra
description so
is a 6'1" tiefling. The first thing that you would see about her when she is like comfortable and not trying to hide it, she has a black cloak as well that she normally wears because when she takes it off, her armor is pearlescent white.
That's pretty.
And it contrasts very heavily. She, not like normal tiefling, she has like dark green skin, which is a little bit different, and big yellow eyes, no pupils.
That people is
Yes. And she has, trying to sport her tonight, she has a very, very long jet black hair, but it's slicked back up into like a militant style ponytail. And big horns like that start and give her like a heavy brow that start here and then kind of go back and out. So very dark complexion, but glimmering white armor that she clearly takes pride in because there is not a speck. Like after that battle, she would have immediately been like, skeet. And she's very pointy. Like at the armor where it bends, it's just like sharp shoulders. She's
All right.
That's why she's not a hugger.
Because you would die. You would get impaled.
couple piercing points. But yeah, that's Nezra.
We made it back in one piece. We found Rowan. We found Yvonne's uncle.
Oh, I haven't seen
Yvonne
him.
is shooting up a storm.
I haven't seen him in years. I was a bit smaller then.
He has a moment where registering height.
Smaller than I was before. You actually got to meet him?
I did. Never met him before. He was, I'm gonna assume, much worse for the wear.
Well, I don't really remember much, but he seemed energetic, less energetic. He's been in prison, yeah?
Yeah.
What did the fish people do? You don't know yet. No.
He was in a cell.
Yeah, this is all his arms, no hooks, no peg legs.
Not that I noticed.
Oh, okay. Pirates.
Pirates.
Okay.
Miku perks up when you say fish people, and she turns the cat and she goes, "See, it was fish people."
Bird
She's
people
met
fishing.
them.
The cat. She doesn't. Miku
Your
doesn't know
cat's a
that.
hero? Your
Yes.
cat saved the man?
She helped.
She's like, Nezra looks at the cat and is just nods.
Miku just he's like a kitty. It's
Oh.
just the best.
I would like an opportunity to at least see him. I don't know if he even remembers me. I was just a baby, but Okay, well, I mean, the Echo seems upset.
Yvonne.
Fuck,
We're gonna keep doing that now.
Because I taught you asked me about my
I
NPC, and I was like,
know.
well, if we ever meet Echo, she
I
says
miss
I don't
her.
know.
I miss her. Vaughn seems upset. Should I give her a few minutes maybe to...
Please, Yvonne.
Oh.
Yvonne is our friend. She's really
What does Yvonne look like?
Yvonne is a
Good pass off, I saw
5'2" half elf. She is small but curvy, or think with 2 C's, as Courtney says.
Amen,
She
sister.
curvy,
She's
yeah.
fair.
She has curly, bright, curly red hair, piled up in a sort of medieval updo with the little strands and a diadem style headband
Beautiful.
draped across the tiny silver little flowers in her hair that are actually throwing stars. She is currently wearing leather-studded armor that looks that is piratical. It's red with gold accents and black and gray. And if Jack Sparrow were wearing leather armor instead of his pirate robes, I called them pirate robes. Instead of his pirate robes, that with tall boots. She's got a leg holster with this gun. Which she's currently Freckles bright green eyes. She's currently drawn the pistol, which is a beautiful, uniquely crafted revolver, and she's just target practicing hard. She's
Laying into it.
yeah, she is.
That's her.
Yvonne.
I would give her a few minutes. She seems upset. Blah, 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 blah. I will introduce you, okay? Later.
You mentioned food?
It's a bar. Just ask. Oh, Akan. Oh, Akan is here. Akan. You met him last time. You only hear from...
Dragonborn?
Who did?
Dragonborn.
Shiny dragon. Okay.
Akan. The manifesto, please. May we have two?
Of course. Allow me to get the manifesto. Akan very rapidly pulls out two, written on parchment notes. He actually has to write them very quickly. In his dragon.
He's
scratching.
dedicated.
He is. He is dedicated.
I don't know why, but I'm picturing him ambidextrous to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe not in anything else, but in this moment, he can write two manifestos.
Proficiency in manifestos.
Yes, he does.
While he's doing this, Miku has pulled out a gold piece and is just like
No.
looking.
You don't have to pay. It's a part.
These gold?
He matches.
Just like, are these skills?
Are this hand?
Is it like, well, she
Is this a
never used that. She's like never used gold before, so she's just like, she doesn't say anything. She's just
Skin is made of money.
He salts the papers and gives them to you
Salts them.
Fucking love.
to dry the inks.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Practice.
But also salty.
Is this the food? Am I supposed to eat this?
Ladies, can I pass one each?
Oh, read it
Please
first.
read the manifesto.
You must read the manifesto. You must memorize the manifesto. You must keep the manifesto in your heart, and then you must keep it in your belly, so that it may fuel
So
the
we do
fires.
have to eat it.
Yes. This is so it does not fall into the hands of the enemies, and it must fuel the fire of the revolution from within.
Okay.
I don't start eating this until I see Miku starting this. Like, I'm just staring.
Immediately, she doesn't read it. She just
I mean, I
has
like your
enthusiasm.
figure is good. The enthusiasm is very nice, but it is important to read
digest
the manifesto.
pulls it. It's a little damp, but it's still read.
It's good. It should be read.
What is the general gist of the
General
manifesto?
gist?
Because
So-
I'm not.
On the Discord, when we first started the game, Jeremy put out a list. It's less a manifesto. That's what they call it. It sort of explains what they're doing, but it's also a list of things, suggestions,
bullet
hooks,
points, kind of
essentially,
like, yeah.
for people to go and take. And somehow it just became this running thing that Akan, whenever you join the Fackers, he makes people eat the manifesto.
I would go in I mean, I'm pointedly making this a thing.
No, it's not just you. Like it's plenty of people. Yeah,
Good.
Like,
It's
Akan would have brought it up at
Yeah.
some point. But yeah. So like
somebody
every
had
new
it
player,
with
every new NPC, It's yeah.
It's somebody had it with
Yvonne.
somebody had it with Tabasco
Thank you.
sauce. Somebody else had it with.
Well, I was going
She chugs
to
it
say,
His hot sauce, the
I-
Con Dragonfire sauce.
I forgot he
read
made.
it. I agree with everything that I'm reading.
Yeah.
So I said I would, like, Nezra was probably drinking earlier, so she like crumples the paper, she rolls it in her bowl, she dips it in her ale, and she just tosses the whole
Everybody does it different. I
and
love it.
swallows it. She
No
does
wrong
not
way to
chew.
eat a
She
manifesto.
just
She swallows it whole.
We didn't go into it, but I think Cat did it in strips. Chips.
I pecked mine.
Reads it and tears it up in little pieces and then just lets it go in front of her. She constantly has an air surrounding her, so she's just catching and eating them because it's a game. It's fun. Why not?
Yeah,
And she's making a game out of eating them all.
I love
That
While they're
is-
floating on her air currents.
that is a lot of
I
fun.
look
Did I
over at
describe
Akon. I'm
that for
like,
you?
These two, they were dedicated.
Their
And,
dedication is well noted.
Slapped it and she
I am
walks.
very impressed.
thanks, Akon.
Thank you.
Oh.
boy.
I will bring you new people. Thackers will build up, but we need the manifesto.
I will have the material.
Yeah, that was the two at once.
Thank you. I've been practicing. Since we are now a public organization, it is important for us to have the manifesto at the ready.
I think that's important. Have you had anybody walk in with interest?
We
I'm
have had some
surprised.
people come by that have expressed curiosity, I should say.
You should probably go to people that are starving. They would join you immediately and
Yeah.
promise of paper for food.
Or join the death cleric cult.
Does
That's
she
also
make people eat paper as well?
no,
She should.
not yet. Yet.
It's a good
Uh,
tactic.
It's dedication. I was just curious, more or less, because not everybody will have good intentions.
It's true.
How are we making sure that they are dedicated?
There is a screening process. But
It's an audition. It's a type
Yeah.
out.
we must type
God,
them.
I hope I get it.
Is it all three of you are there, or is it through
We,
only you, Akon?
No, it is individuals may bring those they find particularly worthy forward. And your judgment has been well judged.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Sure.
Can I insight check Akon?
Sure. What would you like to insight him for?
When I mentioned this, when I mold people. When I mentioned that we have the discussion about the screen part, I just want to see how what he's really thinking.
Okay.
In that moment.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, not enough. It's like a 6 or something.
Okay.
I'm sure he beat me through it.
Courtney is here and she had a face for me. Oh, wow.
Would
Okay.
you
We
like to jump
chairs or
in?
anything. We got it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll bring in our intermission buddy
Oh,
and
yeah.
just have
Oh,
her.
yeah.
We might
She-
put another tiefling.
Oh my
It's
God,
not
oh my
enough.
God,
It's
oh
like
my
it's
God,
like a
that's gonna
6
get
or
interesting.
7.
Okay, he didn't roll great either. I will say, yeah, he seems genuine.
Okay.
Seems
I've known him for a while. I feel like
Yeah.
Okay.
Akan is not one for great lengths of subterfuge.
Got
He
it.
is the most direct and brash and
Of the 3 for sure.
Of the 3 for sure.
He was probably the one who wanted to be public from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And while he respects the need for secrecy, it is perhaps not his strong suit.
Well, and okay, so then can I
Khan,
Yes.
now that we're more public, and this, the Iron Six is not so much a front as much as a welcoming wagon, how do you feel?
I think that it is perhaps in another city may not be good for business, but here in Drintrosovar, this is where the revolution begins. This will be the seat from which we plan our assaults upon the empire.
Oh, he's excited.
You seem very excited. Will you be more in the front now?
I will be to the front as much as I possibly can be.
As much as a man with a gun should be.
That's right. It should not be immediately. Could potentially be slightly to the back, but sometimes from visible, sometimes from not so visible position. Regardless, it is the sound of thunder that will strike the enemy's fear in the heart.
I agree. Can I go for an awkward high five?
Sure,
yes.
you will awkward high five.
So we could just you said thunder, so she was
Yes.
like, I could do that.
Nezra,
It is good.
before you leave,
Uh-huh.
Nezra notices his accent and just happens to ask him, Ekan, where are you from?
I have I grew up, how you say, in the Southern Isles. So I spent a bit of time there, although my hatchery is, we do descend from the northern reaches. We were nomadic for a bit through the central part of the empire, but although I will say my formative years, specifically for the Southern Isles, it is where among the shippers there, I learned my trade of marksmanship and shooting.
In the southern, and she gets very quiet.
Southern Isles, yeah.
She gets very quiet. In the Southern Isles, did you see a lot of people like me? People that look like me?
Like you, in specific? No. Your kind has been perhaps feared, marginalized, I should say, and which is something I, as the Dragonborn, do understand. I will say the most of your kind I have seen has been here in the Arcadian Straits. For here is the place of oddities and weirdos. This is where the side people, the disenfranchised, this is where those who are not accepted in proper society have a chance to carve out a living by blade or by gun, by spell or by ship.
As
And
he's-
that is for the reason we must fight this empire.
As he's talking, I don't even care. A random mug, because I don't drink, but
Yeah.
a random mug, and I'm like, yes! Cheers! And I like look around. Is it just us, our gang, or are there new
I'll
like
say
faces?
there's a couple of people in there. Yeah,
I want.
sure.
I bring up like yes.
and people, yeah.
She
Yeah.
just smiles and thank you.
Of
You
course.
notice
What
Hugo
started-
drinks it, just takes it, slams it back, stone face, and it's just like,
So now that we've all had a cheer,
Yes.
has Yvonne
She's still
noticed that we all kind
She
of
knows. Oh, she noticed you were there. You're not quiet.
No, just more did that like
The
throw you
spirit, the
off?
cheer.
Nah, she's still.
Okay.
Although
The ale
seeing
didn't help
you,
either.
seeing you because you. Oh yeah, Cat sent her an ale. She just downed it. And kept going. Do you have a shield now, correct?
I do.
Vaughn, after the things. Cleo!
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
And I. Because Bird Pete,
Good.
Yeah. Vaughn.
before you even start, I do like I don't hold your actual face.
Oh,
I
yes,
do
you're
that.
down here. Should have been.
I won't ask you about your uncle. It's personal. But are you okay? Just curious.
I'm numbered.
Mm.
And there's going to come a time very soon, whether I go alone or with all of you, that I have to go find something out.
And I know enough history about you to know the connection with parents, and
Yeah.
I know you've been getting message. But I feel like our friendship is more of like a respect, mutual, like childhood, like.
Yeah.
So I put my hands in this kind of position, and this is a whisper. This is for
I will go with you wherever you need to go. But just let me know, okay?
And I
If
say,
you need me.
I respond, you willing to go home?
and he immediately cricks his neck.
I've already been home.
When? When?
And I take a little like.
We'll talk when it's
Yes.
safe. In the meantime, though, I found this and thought of you. I know you've been training the ways of the Ranger lately. I noticed you've picked up some new accoutrement.
I pull out the Sentinel shield.
Would you like this?
How big is it? Is it
Is it?
humongous?
Can he use it?
He can use it.
Okay, good. Yes. So Sentinel Shield, emblazoned with the symbol of an open eye. While holding this shield, you have advantage on initiative checks and wisdom perception checks.
Absolutely.
Yes, I figured he was the one to give it to.
Yes.
Like
The
I was
skies,
like,
you
and
know.
she would want to protect him. She was worried that he was off on his own during that fight. Like most of the big stuff, like that was uncomfortable.
It requires attunement.
It is an attunement. Sorry, yeah, it is an attunement thing. But I didn't
only
think
got
you
Joss
have.
loot.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think you had a lot of things attuned right
This
now.
would be my second.
This perfect. I made a
Okay.
good choice.
Thank you.
That is good.
He immediately starts like I don't even know if he really grabs it. I feel like he like holds his arms out like hopeful. I know you're giving it to him, but in his mind he's like
Yeah.
And when it like finally reaches his hands, he kind of like, can I see like a reflection in it?
Sure.
He sees his reflection and it holds it kind of like a baby and does like
On the planet.
and because it's humor, you know, and like he probably looks at you and
It looks sharp.
and he like immediately just
Puts it on strap. Good.
wings in the way, but he's like, I'm gonna make this work. And like,
In any case, we'll talk tonight.
Yes, you, me.
And I message him a spot to like meet her like by the docks or in the woods, somewhere they know would be safe and away from
Okay.
people. In the meantime, I noticed you have some new friends.
Ah, yes.
She hitches a smile onto her face and like she's always like a very personal person, but Abagoy, knowing her as long as he has, and possibly Kat would know it's very fake. She's not. She ain't.
I don't have to inside check to
No,
know.
you don't.
I
That's
roll
my
an
point.
insight check?
Y'all
Sure.
don't have to insight because you
Make
know
an
me well
insight
enough. They might assume I was
Yeah, the
just in a
first
good
time
place.
So I got a nat 20.
Oh, you know this smile is fake.
Miku walks over to you and just kind of like looks at you. Doesn't say anything.
What does
And
Miku look like?
Yeah, actually got
Transition.
She's so cute. She's so
Good.
cute.
Miku is an air genasi.
Yay.
She is about 5'7". She's her father was half elf, so she's got pointed half elf ears. Her skin is light blue. She's got bright blue eyes and pure white hair that's very long that she keeps usually up in a high braid or a ponytail. She's got swirling white patterns on her face. They don't stand out too much, but kind of almost like
Noticeable.
clouds, like
Yeah.
wispy clouds. She's wearing a bandeau and harem pants. And
She's Jasmine.
she's got a scimitar and quarterstaff and also a long Japanese style flute because I picked my instrument. And she's super quiet. And she's an Arctic druid.
Princess Jasmine on steroids.
So she walks over to you and she just like kind of looks at you, like really looks at you, doesn't say anything, and she pulls out her flute and just plays like a song that just it gets to you. Like it's like she's telling you like without saying it, she knows exactly like
Make a
something's going
performance
on.
check.
Yes, performance
do
check.
it.
Performance
That's
check.
it.
I'll give you advantage. Charisma plus proficiency.
Yeah,
So you roll twice.
I rolled twice.
Yeah, take the higher.
Cocked.
And then so what do I roll? Oh, I add to it?
Charisma plus proficiency.
That is a
2 plus 3, so 5.
Oh no, I got way higher than a 5.
No, I'm
Add it
saying
to that.
this is 5. you
Oh,
added to
16.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the
It's a good performance. It sort of tugs at the heartstrings. May not shake you from your melancholy, but
no,
it
I'm
is.
saying the heartstrings things would make it worse.
Well, she's just trying to let you know that
Communicate.
she knows she doesn't want everyone, because she knows that you're trying to hide it. Because I did get a 20.
You did.
So
You did.
she just plays this for you. And as far as everyone else is concerned, they're probably like, okay,
oh no,
but like
I'm
this
barred.
is
I
like,
get you,
Yeah.
girl.
Mhm.
But this is like for you, just telling her like we don't know each other, but I can see that I can see you, and this is like for you because she's got some. Shit.
After this, I kind of shoulder bump and go,
I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, why did she pull up? And I walk over to
She
you.
was the musician in me speaks the music. Bardiste.
With no musician in me once.
Why have I not heard Bardis Day yet?
That should be a t-shirt.
Fuck yes.
You're
Hold
welcome.
on.
Musician in me speaks the
Musician in you.
Bardiste.
Bardiste. Because I'm a partial
Go
bard
well.
and he's a partial. Like
How
we all just.
Fucking dare you?
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
No, she controls air. So
Hashtag
she's
Bardis
got food
Day.
on lockdown.
That's
Khan
gonna
does
be-
not understand.
yeah, we just.
Sorry about that. In any case, Yvonne.
Shake, firm handshake.
And I just look at and I say, "Good shot." And I.
Thank you. I'm learning. We have a gunslinger friend who's been teaching me quite a bit, and this helps, even though the arrogant bastard who gave it to me is not helpful.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And I sort of am reloading it at this point while we're talking. So,
You should name your gun "Arrogant Bastard."
Oh.
I would, but right now it has a much more important name I have to
Aw.
remember.
What's the name?
How dare you?
You would have intentionally made Courtney weep
Yeah,
in the other room.
Courtney's crying in the other room. This gun, was named after my mum. Its name is the Weeping Widow, and it was at one time the most important thing to my uncle. Who's to say what is most important to him now? In any case, it's mine, and going to carry it and fight for what she believes in.
She stops and she says, "Oh, that's a much better name.
I
That's
thought
very
so.
good. That's very good. You should keep that."
And what is your name, by the way?
Oh, Nezra.
Ah, Nezra, Yvonne. And you?
I'm Miku. She
Hello.
hands you a piece of bark.
She does this.
That's fine. I've known some odd ones.
I'll make you happy.
I think it would. I would like to find like a scrap of fabric or something to return, like just
Sure.
like a ribbon.
it.
Like
It's
I
just
die.
I give her a ribbon.
she just
Throughout this,
latches onto you
I'm
in the
looking
like
at
the
you and I'm like,
slowest way.
What's that? Why
And
is
just
that?
message.
What's up?
Awkward sloth.
I can't stop it.
And then she
These
takes it and
two,
ties it
they're
on
new,
her hair.
but
Ties
they're
it in her hair. And she's
useful.
like, I will treasure this
good to know.
forever.
I believe you will.
And-
It's just looking at you like,
What
Good.
through that message,
I'm like, oh, we should really talk about what's been happening. Scar is somewhere, and I'm like, maybe give Yvonne a few more days to figure out what she wants to do. But we should talk about Scar.
Alright.
For you guys to know,
Yes.
if you decide to go anywhere today, you are welcome to.
Oh.
Do not
good to know. Thank you.
try to limit your game based on anything.
Don't feel like we have to stay
Right.
here.
I
Don't feel
appreciate
like
that.
You have to stay
Thank
here.
you.
If
Well,
you-
clearly we're gonna go take on the empty empire tonight.
How dare you? No. Cody literally throws his screen down and walks out.
Tosses the table,
Goes
breaks
upstairs.
the new mic. He's
We're done.
Houston Master Rage.
Well, you can't hear me. You can't hear me.
We're sending
anti.
using
Out,
message
out
all
though.
back and
Out.
She's like,
Scar.
me, I hear. I can hear.
Scar is the initial reason why. Hello, everybody. Scar is the initial reason why we actually had to leave Drim Chosavar to do the last two missions that we did. She was one of the pirate admirals. We have White, Epoch,
Cole. Nope. Sorry,
Alon
White
James.
Epoch.
Alon James. And initially, Scar was one of the other ones. We kind of pissed her off. Kind of just a little bit pissed her off. And because of that, she said, if you leave, the pirates are on rotation to protect the island.
Got it.
Every few months. If you leave and you're not here on your rotation, I will burn this island to the ground. That's essentially
No,
what
she said. She said.
right?
She said if you leave, if you don't keep to your schedule, our alliance is over.
Yes.
And then privately, in Nina's head, she was sitting here. So it's not you. In Nina's head, she said, when I burn this island to the ground, I will piss
that's
on
what
your
it was.
ashes. It was separate. She was going to betray us anyway.
damn.
Yeah, she's hardcore.
She was going to betray us no matter what.
And she
Is
was-
she the reason the forest is burning? There were
No,
the druids?
that was the
Separate.
Imperials.
But she's
Okay.
not great.
But she's not nice.
She's just a crappy.
Essentially, we tried to
She's a
take
racist
care.
hole.
Yes, we tried to take
We
care
don't
of
judge
her
her for the
and
poor part.
No,
essentially
no,
take
no.
her out. But she escaped. So
Is she on the run?
we don't know, but it's
So we
something
don't
that
know
we
her at
at
that point. No,
no
we've never let her
at
know.
some point I
You would have been in
2 weeks, yeah.
town to see the fight.
Well, I
You-
don't think I would have because I was with the druids. I just
It would
recently
have
learned.
happened in your 2 weeks of downtime.
in 2 weeks.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it's happened in the last 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
that's good to know.
yes, it is.
On the outside, wasn't a part of it, but saw it happen.
But we
Correct.
saw it
Yes.
happen.
So
okay.
you are familiar with the events, maybe not the inner workings of
Sure.
them. You guys would have been in town just in time for like the Pirate Council and for
To see a fucking fight.
and for the brawl that happened in the middle.
I'll say brawl
When
is
they-
the word.
When they
So we're in the
basically
back, like-
unseated
We unseated one of the four main pirate island.
Admiral Scar.
Like it's kind of a big deal, which is why I'm messaging her about it because we're all kind of like having a good time, but I
It's
feel like it,
we got to do something.
right. We need to at least try to figure out where she
So
might
there's
have
a spot
gone.
that's open, or who took her spot?
We technically are in
Your
a.
organization
The
has
Fackers
filled
took her
that
spot
spot.
as a whole.
We're still
Got it,
kind
okay.
of earning our
Kind
place, but we're holding it. We're like holding it for the moment.
Jeremy is currently the fourth admiral.
That's
And
what I
apparently
thought I
he has a
heard.
fancy.
We found the
Yes.
fancy
I wrote that
We
specifically
found the hat.
down.
It's the hat that Meryl Streep puts on in Mamma Mia one, like just to like play with. We found it. I forgot to post
God
it in the
damn it.
Discord.
Excellent.
It's terrible.
I'm dying.
It's hideous.
Sorry for the recap, but
I
it's
get
good
it.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I
Oh
guess.
no, we needed this recap. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
But essentially, yes, she is a concern, and I'm messaging her at the moment
About that.
to say, hey, we're having a good time. We're just talking. But later on tonight, I want to.
I feel like the three of us just need to talk later on tonight because you've been on a lot of. We bonded.
I was about to say,
Well,
can I
man.
help
We
you?
just-
Like, check
wait.
just to see if I noticed that they're kind of
Sure.
Perception.
They're all just
Is
staring.
The fact
it,
that we're all
is it
just, like,
against us?
staring.
Is it
Do we
perception
roll
or
against it?
insight.
I don't think for message.
What are you looking for? Message?
Like,
She
she
wants
was
message.
breezy, but she's not.
Message
that.
is imperceptible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Galadriel. She's still talking to people. You will sleep in pit, but in her head, she's saying stuff to Frodo over
magic.
here. She's still not talking over here.
I
Got it.
still. Is it okay if I still roll? Is it perception or just?
Sure.
Because I also like. She wants to kind of see what's up with like these people that she's met. I like you.
Yeah,
I
make
love you. I
perception.
love you, but I'm still like I want
Make a perception
to make
check.
sure I'm understanding what's
Just
happening.
giant eyes.
Nat 20.
Hey.
You can see that they are
Focused.
connected in some way. They're
Yeah.
focused on each other, but you don't hear.
We just miss each other.
Yeah, I don't hear it, but I notice that there's kind of something a little like
sure,
I'm
you,
like
you notice a connection between them.
I don't know if we're just giving each other the eye.
After I've met you,
Please.
I will give them
I
time.
love a library.
I
I'm not
I
suspicious.
can just I'm gonna see them like looking intently at each other, and I will excuse myself. I have a letter I need to send to someone.
Ooh, okay.
I will meet you.
Later, yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay, okay.
Is there a place I should look for?
Around town, we really just hang out here, but maybe the tower, maybe.
I'll
a
be
little
back
way.
at the tower.
Okay, I'll see you there. Nazra, thank you so much for being a part of this. The manifesto is it's hard to take down, but you took it.
She
down.
pulled up her bad luck. She just throws it in her hands. She said, "It was my pleasure." And she
Yeah.
just walks out.
And you know what? I love it. Like even if it wasn't intentionally a challenge, I love a good sword. Like we did have our clink moment.
Like,
So I'm gonna make my way to do something that I want to go ahead and go to.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else before we jump into the break? We're gonna break
swinging
around
Courtney
9:15.
and
So
get
we got about 4 minutes. If there's anything you guys want to do real quick, or do we want to try to take a longer break?
it's a good break. Well, we gotta reframe and everything. It's
Yeah.
a good break point.
Okay,
Maybe.
that sounds good. So
Yeah.
we are gonna take a quick break. We'll be back at 9:35. We'll do 9:35. Because that's when the fireworks are usually wrapping up. Yeah.
That's
So-
the fireworks.
That's exactly
They
what
do.
they sound like.
That's the hype man car backfiring.
Awesome. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Until then, stick around.